Okay. All right. Bye! How not to end a professional phone call in English and what to do instead. Today, we'll focus on ending a professional phone call with style and confidence. You will notice that throughout this video, I'll be using some typical business phrases. So if you want to brush up on them, these idioms, you can watch the videos called the must-know business phrases. I'll link them up here and in the description box below. Let's go and jump right into the situation. Imagine you want to confirm an in-person meeting with a business partner. So this meeting is planned, you planned it a while ago, but you haven't talked about the agenda yet. So you called this business partner, talked about what's going to happen on this day, and now you want to wrap up this call, end this call as professionally as you conducted it. So what should you do to end a phone call professionally in English? You should take 3 different steps. Number 1, signal the end of the call. Number 2, confirmation and clarification. And number 3, the actual goodbye. And this is where you can leave a lasting positive impression, signaling the end of the call. Okay. All right. Bye! Instead of doing this, you can have some more engaging ways to indicate that this call is coming to an end. Option 1, the time reminder. You can subtly remind the other person of the time constraint of this call. So you could say things like, I'm sorry, I'll have to run soon, or I'll have to be in another meeting shortly. But you could also say things like,
I just wanted to mention that we're nearing the end of our call, and I want to ensure we are clear on everything.
See how this is a little more professional because you let them know, you're aware of their time, your time. Now you can smoothly go into segment 2, but we're not there yet because the second option you have when you want to say, time's almost up, buddy, is the agenda confirmation. So what you want to do is to recap the agenda you agreed on to emphasize that you are now nearing the end of the call. For example,
excellent. So, to summarize, we've discussed the agenda for our meeting next month: introduction and overview, client presentations, and action plan. Let's finalize the details before we finish.
See what you're doing here? Not only do you say, hey, time's of the essence, we need to wrap this up, but also you are leading the conversation. So you make sure that you and your partner, the person you're talking to, are clear on the details and that nothing is forgotten. And now we can smoothly move on to segment number 2, which is confirmation and clarification. So you want to make sure that the agenda and the responsibilities are very clear. Option number 1, the responsibility recap. What you can do is briefly summarize the roles and responsibilities agreed on for each item on the agenda. For example,
just to confirm, I'll handle the introduction and overview while you'll be leading the client presentations. For the action plan, we agreed to collaborate on it together. Is that correct?
So you're making sure that there are no misunderstandings. So see, even if in the conversation you didn't understand something or there was anything unclear, you can now catch it. Very professional. Option number 2, you ask an explicit question. So what you want to do is ask a direct question to get explicit confirmation on the assigned responsibilities and agenda. For example,
just to make sure that we are on the same page, could you confirm that you'll be responsible for the client presentations during our meeting?
You will notice that this is quite straightforward. This is why it's important to say in the beginning, just to make sure that we're on the same page. Because what you're doing is, I'm not trying to control you or anything. I just want to make sure that we don't misunderstand each other. The other important bit here is to be a little smiley and really make sure that you speak with an up and down speech melody. You'll be responsible for this and that. Is that right? Could you confirm? Yeah, make sure that it's like this. Don't be like German. This could cause a conflict. So we're moving on to segment number 3, the actual goodbye. And of course, you could just say, okay, great, thanks, goodbye. And that would be good or good enough. But this is the moment when you can still kind of shine. You can be like, I am so professional, even in a foreign language. And let me show you what your options are to say goodbye and finally end this phone call. Option number 1, show appreciation and give some encouragement. So what you want to do is to express your gratitude and offer an encouraging message, a nice message, something that's a feel-good message for the other person. Thank you for taking the time to confirm the meeting details and responsibilities responsibilities. I really appreciate your commitment to our joint success. I'm looking forward to a productive meeting next month. See what you do here? You say, oh, thank you so much. Oh, this was productive. I look forward to this. I appreciate this. Thank you for your time. Option number 2, professional closing statement. So what you want to do is to conclude the call with a professional closing remark, leaving a positive impression. For example,
thank you for your collaboration. I'll make sure to send you a detailed agenda and any additional materials before our meeting. I wish you a productive day.
So what you've done here is that you thank the person you were on the phone with, you say that you are aware of your own responsibilities, and also you wish them well for the rest of the day. That's a very professional way of ending a phone call. So now you've learned the essential step to end a professional phone call in English. By signaling the end of the call, confirming responsibilities, and saying goodbye with a thank you, you will leave a lasting positive impression. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep working on those communication skills. Are you ready to put your newly acquired skills to the test? In just a moment, I'll present you with example sentences, and these dialogues cover the steps that we just discussed. However, there will be some missing words or phrases. Can you guess what goes into the gap? But before we do that, could I ask you to take a tiny moment and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet, and maybe give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. That would be really appreciated. Thank you so much. So, get ready to challenge yourself and practice your skills.
Before we finish, I just wanted to mention that we're nearing the end of our call, and I want to ensure we are clear on everything.
Thanks. Let's make sure we wrap up all the important details.
Excellent. So, to summarize, we've discussed the agenda for our meeting next month, introduction and overview, client presentations, and action plan. Let's finalize the details before we finish.
Absolutely. Let's go over them one more time.
Just to confirm, I'll handle the introduction and overview, while you'll be leading the client presentations. For the action plan, we agreed to collaborate on it together. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'll take charge of the client presentations, and we'll work together on the action plan.
Perfect. Thank you for taking the time to confirm the meeting details and responsibilities. I appreciate your commitment to our joint success. I'm looking forward to a productive meeting next month.
Thank you as well. I'm excited about our meeting. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for your collaboration. I'll make sure to send you a detailed agenda and any additional materials before our meeting. I wish you a productive day.
Well done you for even making it through this part. How did it feel? Leave a comment below if you like. And remember, the main thing is to have fun and just keep doing it. Keep practicing. I hope you found this video helpful. See you next time.